Slimming World tuna pasta. It's Desi style again. So again, because we're not going to be using any oil, in this water I'm going to add in 4 cloves, about 4 black peppers, 2 bay leaves, cinnamon pods. We've got black lychee. Can you find one? I would have put a black lychee in, but I can't find it. So yeah, that's fine. Just enough to flavour it, but not too much. I'm going to add in some salt so that the pasta itself is nicely flavoured. And I've had this, what I've done, I've filled the kettle, boil it with the kettle and then put it on boiling here. I'm going to push that to a side now and then start with the pasta quickly. So let's get started. I'm having a bit of a problem with the zoom on this. So even though I've got a clamp that zooms in, if I zoom too much out, you can't see the flavours and the colouring of the food. If I zoom too much in, you'll be able to see everything else, but it'll be quite zoomed in. So please do let me know in the comments below what you would prefer. So what I'm going to do first now is, I've got myself already 5 of these tins, because I'm going to do 500 grams of pasta. I've got 5 of these tins, which says 145, but then also once drained it's 100 grams, so it's 500 grams of tuna. I've drained it out and heated the pan slightly, and I'm adding this in. Now I'm going to cook this around, and notice I haven't put any oil in. The reason I haven't put any oil in is because I'm going to be using Dolmio Sauce, and it's the low fat Dolmio Sauce. I know the original is 12 sins, and what I usually do is, because this is going to make about 15 portions, so what I do is give it 1 sin per portion, and that's hardly any. But this is low fat Dolmio Sauce, so I'll put in the section below exactly how many sins it is. On a medium to high heat, I'm just going to toss this around until the tuna browns off. As it starts browning off, that's when I'm going to add in some of the spices, because if I add it in now, it'll start to burn. I'm just going to mix this around until it starts getting a bit brown. Because remember, it was soaked in spring water, so it has its own water right now, so I can actually mix it around without it sticking to the pan. And because I love my spice, I am at this point going to add in 2 green chillies. You can miss this bit out, because I'm going to add some Garam Masala later and some red chilli. So if you do not like your spice, then leave this out. Okay, so it's starting to dry up now. You can smell the chilli with that. Oh, it smells so nice. And then I will add the spices. So I'm adding Garam Masala and salt. Bismillah. Mix that around a bit first. I usually use quick cook pasta from Tesco's, but since the last quarantine I haven't been able to go and get some. So today I'm just going to be using this pasta, which is going to take about, it always says 12 to 13 on there, but I take about 15 minutes and pop it into the water. So as I mix that around, I'm going to add in red chilli powder. Bismillah. I'm going to toss it around, then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to taste it. If it tastes nice and salty and the chilli is the right amount, then I'm going to add the Dolmio sauce in. Now at this point, it's important to say, you can put passata in here. So if you put passata into the passata sauce, what I do, and I might make a separate video for this one day, add in 2 cloves of garlic, add in 1 green pepper, basil, salt and pepper, a little bit of chilli seasoning. I blitz them together and then I add them with the passata sauce on a separate gas and let it simmer for a bit and let it cook, and then I use that sauce inside here, and I'll have hardly any oil in it at all. There'll be no sins. So that's nice, all dried up, and I can add, I'm going to taste it first actually. Let me taste it. Just like that. Nice and salty, just the right amount of spice. So now I'm going to add in the Dolmio sauce. I've got the Dolmio low fat sauce, I want to pop, and now I'm going to mix it around. You see, because I could have just put the tuna in and put the Dolmio sauce in, but for me it has to have that kick. If I'm going to eat this for about 2 to 3 days, and because what it does, it saves me time. So I've got so much other stuff to do during the day, I can't be making different types of food all the time. So I just make this, then if I can make something, I'll make it, and if I can't, I know I've got the tuna ready. My husband actually has this. He's not on the Slimming World diet. He has it because he's training, and you can have carbohydrates slightly with training because he trains them off, and the tuna is really good for protein. And yeah, so it's just healthy for a lot of people. So I'm going to mix. That's done. I'm just going to put it aside, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing with the water now. So I've popped that in. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in the vegetables. When I add my quick cook pasta, I add the vegetables in first for 5 to 6 minutes. Then add the quick cook pasta because that takes 5 minutes. So a lot lighter on your stomach. But here, because they're both taking 12 minutes, I'm going to add the vegetables in at the same time. It can be any mixed vegetables really. Woo! And now I'm going to add in the pasta. Bismillah. So I'm mixing it around. Remember, it's already got salt in it. And let it come back to the boil, and then put it down for a bit. So 15 minutes later, I'm going to take it out. And you have to remember, I've added all the flavour in this as well. Because you're missing the oil, you need to have at least have flavour in your food. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes. I'm going to drain it out now. And I'm going to make sure that, you know, the stuff that I put in, like the bay leaves, I'm going to take that out as well. So you don't actually, I mean, you can bite it in a biryani, but you should be able to bite it in pasta. Okay, so I've got the mixture, and bismillah, add the pasta in, and then just flip it through into the pasta, and it's done now. So alhamdulillah, you can have that in reasonable amount of portions and it'll fill you up massively.